have you here. And we are now live on YouTube as well. So just remember, we'll be going to YouTube very shortly. So definitely take a moment, go over there, subscribe to our channel, and that way you'll get all the latest, greatest hits from us. And we're almost to the greatest hits, aren't we? We got 70 shows in.
70 damn shows.
70 shows. We were going to make a funny about the 69th show, but forgot it was the 69th show.
Like a typical man.
Yeah.
Not pleasing their women folk.
That's right. So welcome, everybody. Thank you for joining us today on a Sunday, and the Colts won, so congratulations to the Colts. They didn't need any luck today, did they?
No.
No luck for them.
No
they didn't
luck
have
for
to have
them.
luck.
So new quarterback, we don't know his name. No, we know his name.
I'm gonna move this over there for you guys. So, yeah. We're kind of shifted around here. Michael, the camera guy, is moving the cameras around a little bit before we actually start the show. There you go. I'm watching him do this live. Isn't that amazing?
Okay.
Yay! So welcome again, everybody, for joining us. So
got the paper towels in the background.
Oh yeah, well at least they toilet paper. I'm telling you, closet / storage room.
Telling you, we're still in the closet.
Yeah,
after a year and a half, we're still in the closet.
Yeah. Now, one damn sponsor, as you can tell.
I'm trying to cover it up.
So, we ready to get this thing rolling? I guess.
Welcome to the Stupid Asso Show. I'm one of the hosts, Michael Badasso, with my brother. That I scared something out of him.
The Twinkie,
Mark Badasso. Stu couldn't be here because we were talking about fat shaming, and he's not fat, so he's like a rail.
He is like a rail.
Yeah. Well, because all that meth. So I mean, you can't
gain weight with meth.
If there's a fat meth head out there, please take a picture of him. I would love to see it too. Yeah.
I mean,
really would.
What would that look like, man? It's like an oxymoron.
Like he's smoking on a pipe and eating a piece of chicken.
I got a piece of pizza in
This shit makes me hungry.
But yeah, so that's what we're going to talk about today. We're going to be talking about fat shaming. If you haven't had the opportunity to go online or pretty much anywhere, apparently James Corden, I would say Corbin. Is it Corbin or Corden? I think it's Corden, but you know what? We're going to go with James. But anyways, he and Bill Maher are having kind of a little tiff and a uproar about fat shaming.
And if you don't know who James Corbin, I think it's Corbin, but he is the guy that does the car karaoke with singers.
Yeah, the Late Late Show.
The Late Show, yeah.
Yeah. So, but he...
dropped the mic, and he does that. He's a producer of that.
And really crappy B-movies, so...
Quit messing
I know, it keeps falling. Anyways, so I think I got it. Anyway, so yes, we were actually, it was quite funny because Bill Maher got on and he was talking about how we need to bring back fat shaming. Now, I personally don't know what that's like because I'm a pretty thin, fit man myself. Yeah. I don't understand what fat shaming is, but I've heard it's terrible.
Because I can't even say nothing about Bill Maher. He's not funny anymore, for one. I mean,
no,
he's like an old man looking out at his neighbor saying, "Would you look at this? This is some bullshit right here."
I got a tendency to agree because I mean, really, I didn't watch the full monologue about it, but he was basically just going on how we should bring back fat shaming because in that way people will become thin. Obviously, Bill Maher's never had a weight problem
Problem.
because that does not actually work that way.
That doesn't.
You know, go ahead and talk about me being fat and watch me go ahead and feed my face. You know,
Right.
you think I'm fat now? I'm going to go belly up to a buffet.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch your show and spit pizza at the fucking
That's
TV.
right, goddamn
You
it.
know?
Are you eating a piece of chicken right now? I'm talking to you, you know. But yeah, he had gotten on there and kind of off on the here, but he had gotten on there and he had said that, you know, if we brought back fat shaming, then people would start losing weight.
Yeah.
And so then James Corden got back on there and said that, yeah, I mean, his monologue was hilarious about fat shaming and basically saying, you know, well, Bill Maher, you know, big people probably should watch what they put in their mouth, but then you should watch what's coming out of yours.
Right.
So there you have it. Now I haven't watched it, but I don't think Bill Maher's responded back to it or anything like that. But, you know, I thought fat shaming could use a little, I don't know.
Pizzazz?
Yeah. A little jiggle, a little, you know.
If you're gonna fat shame me, fucking do it right.
You know what? This is my whole thing. Okay,
Put some jazz.
Yeah, if you're gonna fat shame me, you better make it funny. Don't come up to me and say fatso. Jesus Christ, what are you? What is this? 1989? Fatso? Really? That's all you got? You know, it's like you fat Peter Griffin. Look, I mean, you can come up with other things. You don't have to come up with fatso. But
yeah, and I mean, especially now, if you're a big person in your 40s, it doesn't bother you, and if it does, yeah, you have high school dilemmas that you need to go see a doctor over.
Yeah,
because my thing is, if you're a big beautiful person, be a big beautiful person.
Mm-hmm.
Own it though.
Yeah, be big, blonde, and beautiful.
Yeah, because I've gained a lot of weight, and I'm owning it because I am big, sexy.
You do not look 1 pound over 192.
Whatever. No, I did go through some of the earlier, and I'm like, Jesus, my head got round.
Let me tell you something. When I got on the scale and it just said we don't go that high,
broken.
Yeah. When the scale goes, you need to see cat scales. That's when I knew I was a little big. Look at me, fat shaming myself.
I know. I mean, it's all right for fat people to shame themselves.
Right.
That's just how it is. I mean, hell, we can sit there and talk about how big we are.
Actually, I don't even care if somebody talks about how big I am. I'm okay with that. But make it fucking funny. You know, what kills me is oftentimes people they're just being mean or rude or whatever. I mean, you know, I don't agree with that. I really don't. This is one thing I can't stand is when fat people shame other fat people. Oh, because they're not that fat?
They're right.
Ah.
Oh, I'm not as big as you, so I can talk about you. You know, like that,
Yeah.
For instance, there was a situation where he's a big guy. He's not a thin guy, and tried to sit there and talk about somebody else going up to a damn buffet. And it's like, really? Motherfucker, you are 2 pounds away from Jenny Craig, your damn self.
You are one ham sandwich away.
You know, it's like you didn't put down those fries from McDonald's, you know, and that's the one thing I can't stand is you know.
So in the fat community, we have fat people shaming other fat people because they're not as fat. Really, people, really, and I get it. You know, I think that's one of the things that we need to bring into light is that the dark, dirty, fat, fat secrets of, pecan pies and
this is the whole thing. It's like, I've never had a woman look at me and be like, "Get off me, I can't breathe." I've never had that. I'm a big guy.
Well, I mean, would that be like the ultimate fat shaming right there?
Oh, trust me. Any woman out there, you want a man to stop. Just, I can't breathe. And I don't care if he's this big. He'll be like, am I fat? Yeah.
Well, and I don't think men really consciously think about it because what is it that, men think that they're slimmer than what they actually are?
Yeah.
I mean, obviously we have met mine, because we think we're slimmer than what we actually are.
Oh,
Like when
yeah.
I look in the mirror, I look like Chippendale. When shit swings this way, when it should swing that way,
I'm going that way. My fat's going that
that's
way.
right. I mean, I'm telling you what, bye arms and everything. But I don't know. I tend to think that if you are a fat shamer, and if you are, because there are always those people that never had a weight problem.
Oh yeah,
that eat whatever they want.
Have metabolisms like
yeah,
fucking meth addicts,
yeah,
cocaine addicts, yeah.
Or they're sitting there eating chips, going, "I don't understand what your problem is. Just stop eating." You don't have that problem.
That's a whole. In my 20s, I loved it. Because hell, my metabolism was there. I wasn't over 220. Now it's like I'm pushing 300, and it's like.
Well, that's my thing. Is I can't ever remember a time I was actually thin. Well, one time, and that was because, I had the fat sucked out. No, but I mean,
vacuum.
Yeah, but no, I don't even remember a time I was actually like thin. But maybe there was, maybe there wasn't. I don't know. But somebody loves me anyway. Right. God damn it.
Yeah, I mean, hell, when I was skinny, nobody wanted to marry my ass. So,
and I had 3. I mean, they were in prison, but they still wanted to marry me. But no, I do. I think that if you are a happy fat person, be happy. And if you're not a happy fat person,
and women love men with dad bods and
movies.
No, everybody, every woman wants that. If they could have a secret lover that had a 6-pack, they would still marry the dad bod because of the fact that they don't have to. If you're getting with somebody with a 6-pack, they feel like they have to work out and keep fit and everything like that.
Yeah, I don't feel that way.
I don't either. I'm like, baby, get as chunky as I here, and I'm stuffing Twinkies in her mouth. Like, eat it. Cake. Oh yeah. See now, and that's the whole thing is food is an aphrodisiac. You can use it in sexual ways. Just don't stick it up something and expect to eat it afterwards. God. Like corn. Yeah. That's happening. Took all the butter flavor out.
Oh God!
It did. I was like gnawing on it, and I'm like, "Do you need to go see a gyno?" Oh, that's so wrong.
Oh wow! So no. Anyway,
get it out.
If, in fact, like I say, if you think you're a big person, you want to do something about it, then do something about it. If you don't, and you feel happy about who you are, and you like it, clap your hands. I mean, what the fuck?
Stomp your feet, fucking scream from the rooftop saying I'm fat, and I'm proud, goddammit.
I'm fat.
I'm
fat. I'm fat.
Hey, and if you really want to lose weight, have more sex. You actually lose more weight having sex than you do going to a gym every day.
What about sex by yourself?
No, you might lose a little bit, but
well, I mean, I think
if you're laying there, you're not getting anything done. Now, if you
got forearms aside, Popeye forearms, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think that losing a little weight. I mean, sure, I'm like anybody else. I would love to lose some weight. I'd love to have a pill that just did it for me. I bet you there's some pills out there that do just that, but.
Because I'm hoping for my doctor this next go around, he gives me some. They're expensive, but hey, I'm hoping because a buddy of mine was on it, lost like 40 pounds in a month.
Wow.
And it's like, shit, I can lose 40 pounds in a month.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, I guess that's what always kills me is like when people talk about the new weight loss diet. I mean, isn't that like $1 billion business or something like that?
Multi-billion.
And I just
keto.
Yeah, you know what the
fasting.
I'm a fat man, and I can tell you how to lose weight. Eat better and exercise more.
Yes.
I don't care what the hell they're trying to sell you. If you eat better and exercise more, you will lose weight. I mean, obviously, I don't follow that advice.
Right. And that's the whole thing.
I don't follow that goddamn.
They, you have to realize, how long did it take you to get that big? It's going to take you the same amount of time to get back to either your weight or, oh, you need something to drink?
I do, because do you know how fast a Twinkie goes stale when it's just sitting there in the air?
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it has to be packaged.
Woo.
He got a nasty Twinkie.
Oh.
That's what a lot of women say, too. I got a nasty
Twinkie. But yeah, so yeah, that's the thing about fat shaming, you know. And if you are a small person and you're watching right now thinking, I can't stand fat people, keep it inside.
Yes, bottle that shit up.
Yeah, and hit a buffet. Because I challenge you, thin person, to get to me. You know, if you want to be my size, I don't think you can handle it. I don't think you could take on the challenge.
No. Your bones would hurt. Mm-hmm. Your muscles would ache.
Your knees would just buckle under the pressure. It took years to get to this fine-tuned machine. That's why when I go to a buffet, baby, I don't got problems. I put the big scoop of mashed potatoes on there.
Oh, yeah.
And lick it up and put it right back in there.
Mommy, did he just lick that? Oh, can we get another spoon, please?
Well, what are some of the things that you've seen with fat shaming that goes on? Especially, I'd like to hear some of the fat shaming that goes on between fat people and bigger fat people.
And that's the biggest thing. I mean, somebody skinny, I will tell anybody this. If you try to fat shame me, you got to realize I grew up in a public school environment. So I know how to rebuttal this joke back. And I am going to pick something on you that I know is going to make you go into your car, your house, cry, kill your parents, whatever.
Put in the fetal position. Rock.
Yeah, oh, yeah. Rocking back and forth saying, I can't believe he talked about me like that. Trust me. And fat shaming is only a rich person's deal.
Or a thin person's deal.
You get a thin person in the hood, they ain't gonna fat shame somebody. They're envious. They're like, oh, he must have got an extra bologna sandwich, you know, that I didn't get. So, and that's the whole thing is overseas, fat people are praised.
Yeah, I think so, because it gives a sense of I don't know, aristocratic, or they have money, or
they have money or whatever. It's only in America that we fat shame people because, and truly so, that we have way too much abundancy of something.
Yeah. I mean, truly, I mean, we're sitting over here. It's not I'm sitting over here thinking that I'm big because I don't eat. No, I know I eat too much. You know, when I had the Whopper extra value meal, I knew that shit wasn't going to be, I knew when I ate it, it was not 250 calories.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I mean.
Or everybody that's a fucking dietitian there.
Yeah.
It's like.
Oh, yeah, that's the one that kills me. You know how you lose weight? Well, why don't you tell me? Because how many clients you have? 0? You're working at Kinko's.
Or, you know what's really in that food at McDonald's? Goodness,
salt, sugar.
Shit,
have you had their sweet
fat again? I mean,
you know, who goes to McDonald's and thinks that they're not going to get, you know, shitty food? I mean, it's just part of the ritual of it.
Helen, and I mean, nowadays these people are feeding their kids chicken nuggets all the time because that's, and I don't kids have more taste buds than adults do.
I have no idea.
And I guess that's why they have to eat bland food.
Really?
Yeah.
I have no idea. I don't like chicken nuggets. But what kills me more so than anything is that when people do, like you say, go out there and try to explain to you how to eat while they're eating, you know, I don't know, Hostess ding dongs and shit.
Oh,
It's like, well, if you just wouldn't eat as much as that. Or my favorite thing is like, well, you just eat too many sweets. What? I mean, I do like sweets, don't get me wrong, but I don't eat a lot of them.
right.
But damn, I don't have a problem with a big, juicy hamburger. I mean,
Right.
That's a...
Well, and that's the whole thing. It's the bun, it's everything else, but that's how I eat my salad, on a burger. That's why I say, hey, give me the deluxe so I can get the salad on the burger.
Get your vegetables there,
I'm getting fruits and vegetables in.
And I get it. I mean, like I say, maybe we should eat a little bit less. Maybe we should work out a little bit more. Maybe we should. But you know what? We can't work out because we're here entertaining you.
Yes.
That's what, I mean, this is what we do. We stay fat for you.
Yes, we do. Because it's the whole point that my regular job, I'm working 50 to 60 hours. Yeah, more than 50.
Yeah.
But doing this and everything like that, and they do say that you should wake up early, you should do all that, but I love my sleep.
I do love my sleep. I want a bed that's comfortable, and I totally understand. Like, even when people talk about that, if you lost 600-700 pounds, you
would feel so much energy, and I'm like, and that's fine. I would love to feel energy.
Yeah, I would love to get up in the bed or get out of the bed in the morning, spring into action.
And that's the whole thing is richer people can actually do that because they have a trainer that calls them and da-da-da-da-da.
They have a chef that'll slap the fork out of their mouth.
Right, and or fix the right stuff for them. It's like,
Well, think about that. I mean, in our society, a lot of times that's what we are. We're doing some kind of fast, food-ish kind of things. How often do you stop by and grab a pizza? Because
did one last night.
Exactly, because it's just easier. Now, I'm not saying it's right, okay, and we're not saying that. But what we are saying is that maybe you as a thin person, or you as a semi-fat person, or whatever, when you're thinking about shaming somebody, what business is it of yours? How is it helping you or hindering you in any way? And I will say this, that the first thing that people go to, because it is costing healthcare X number of dollars. My healthcare is going up because people are big. That is actually incorrect.
Right.
There is no correlating evidence that fat people have anything more wrong with them than thin people.
Right.
And I know the first thing that people is like, yeah, but they have diabetes problem. No, fat is not an indicator. It's a contributing factor, they believe, but it is not. They do not. There's no correlation to being big and being diabetic.
Yeah, it's the sugar intake that you take in that can.
I was going to say, you can be a diabetic and be thin as a rail.
I've seen a lot of diabetic thin people.
That's right. I mean, if you're eating a chocolate bar for dinner and having a pecan pie for dessert, I mean, maybe, and that's why I eat my sugar on a bun, with 2 all beef patty, special sauce, lettuce, cheese. But I mean, I'm just saying it. Right? Am I wrong about this?
No, you're not wrong. It just the biggest problem is nowadays how people. I'm offended by anything.
Yeah.
And now it's going to get to where his fatness is offending.
Right.
And I'm sorry if you are out there and you say that to me, I'm going to lay your ass out and fart in your face. I might even take a dump on your chest. I swear to God.
It got real sexual.
And, I'm going to give you a motherfucking hot Carl beyond all belief. Well, and it's going to be runny. It's going to go sliding down your neck and your back. You're going to be like, I still can smell it.
How would you feel like if you were up at a buffet and somebody, you're picking up some chicken wings or whatever that's on the buffet, and the first thing that they go is, do you think you need that? How do you think you would react to somebody?
Oh, I'm eating my motherfucking mashed potatoes as I go, and then I'm going to say a lot of P words. And while I'm talking to them. And getting fucking mashed potato gravies in their eye and shit.
I can see that.
Yes.
I mean, seriously. I mean, you think,
Yeah, I know you can see that with me, damn it. Because it just happened 2 weeks ago.
well, like I say, I would hope that, whatever this feud, if we can call it a feud, that's going on between James and Bill, hopefully works itself out. But since it has come up, we just thought it would be funny to kind of talk about because we're both big people, and I know that fat shaming has gone on, and maybe I have a thicker skin to it because I've been big all my life, so it probably doesn't even register to me when people do it.
Yeah,
And I know who you are because I've got a list.
It doesn't bother me either. I mean,
however, you don't need to say it. Keep it
inside.
Right. Because until you are the model of perfection, you shouldn't throw stones at a glass house. I mean, that's all I'm saying is until you, as yourself, is just so perfect that when somebody comes back at you and you have nothing, they're just looking at it like, you know what, you're, damn. If you, if you are that to where they can't come up with one thing bad to say about your physical appearance, then maybe you got something. I don't know. But
and I mean, if anybody ever said that to me, I'm going to look at them and say, "Oh, you must have been raped as a child."
Oh my God.
Yes, I am going to say that to you because for you to open your mouth and say whatever you want to say about somebody's physical, mental appearance, you're going to get that from them.
Well, and that's the other thing too. I wonder why people feel it's a necessity. Like something's bubbling up inside them. I know if I just tell them that they're fat, that they'll listen. It'll make them go. They'll look. Oh my God, I'm fat. Oh Jesus, I didn't.
Where's the
Thank
trainer?
you. Thank you for telling me.
I did not know it. I really didn't.
You have opened my eyes. I have never. Just wow. Thank you. I mean, is that what people really think? That if I just. I mean, if you are one of these people, or if you've ever seen one of these people, they have this compelling need to go up and tell somebody that they're fat, they smoke, they do this, whatever that is. This is what they tend to do, and they feel like that if they just let you know that they know that you will then be enlightened.
And I'm telling you this too: if your kid comes up and says it, I know they don't know any better. I'm at least going to push them down. I really will. I'm just going to. And I'll trip them or whatever and say, well, he didn't know.
Yeah. I don't know. Oh man, I'm sorry.
I Heisman'd his ass. That's what I did. But yeah, I mean, kids doing it is one thing because of the fact that they don't know it.
Yeah, they don't, but they know their parents do it. Then, I mean, that's the same thing. Is you just don't be that person.
Yeah, don't be that asshole.
We're certainly not saying that shit doesn't happen, but don't be the person that goes up and tells somebody they're fat because you think that somehow you telling them is going to make them realize that they are actually, I don't know, big. Because believe it or not, they know that.
Right. I mean, I know it.
Yeah. I'm here to tell you, I know I'm big. So you don't have to tell me.
And I go through like roller coasters. I get big, and then I get smaller again, then big again, and smaller again.
Well, I think some people's problems is like there's good English for you. I think some people's problems with the whole situation is sometimes I think it's clothing. Yeah. I mean, sometimes.
And if you are that roller coaster person, you think that you can still wear that 1X when you're actually a 3X.
Right. And then shit hangs out.
I do it. It's because you're like, oh, I got to fit back in these jeans. No, you don't.
I got to fit back.
Because and the fucked up thing of it is when you get bigger and buy new clothing, you get pissed.
Oh, yeah.
You do because you're like, fuck, I have clothes.
Yep.
But if you lose weight and buy new clothes, you're like ecstatic because you're like, oh,
I'll take everything on the shelf.
And I will tell you this, and people don't realize this, but more expensive garments, like really high name brand garments, they kind of, because I have a pair of Monty jeans that are 32s, and I bet you
Oh,
I
hell
can,
yeah.
I can fit into them right now.
You know what? Let me tell you something. If I'm paying $200 for a pair of jeans, I better be a size 36. That's all I gotta
Right.
say, you know.
And I'm telling you, when I bought these jeans, I picked up a 36 because I've always wore 36. I'm probably about 38 now, but you know, and I take them back, and I'm like, and I had about this much room, and I'm like, oh, these motherfuckers want me to buy a pair of
Yeah,
jeans.
yeah, they did. Mine was, I was at what is it, Macy's, and so I tried on these pair of jeans. Let's say they're size 32s. No, I don't know what they were, but they were what I thought my size was. Put them on, and I couldn't fit them right, so I could not put them on. So I'm like, okay, so I take them off, right, and I put them in this bin, and yeah, the guy comes in, didn't know me, didn't see me, didn't realize that these were the pair of jeans that I tried on, and he picks them up, he holds them up like this, he goes, "Dear God." I started doing jumping jacks right there.
It's like when people have those big ass underwear.
He was. He held them up like this. He's like, "Dear God." I'm like, holy shit. I mean, he wasn't making fun of me. He didn't even know it was me that tried them on. It's just like,
it's like, hey, fat shamed you, didn't even know
yeah,
you
that's right.
did.
That's why I'm running past my wife. Go, what are you doing? Jogging the mall. Jogging the mall. You want something from the food court? Fuck no.
Well,
There we go. So don't be a fat shamer.
Yeah, and the stupid asshole award goes to Bill Maher.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
I'm gonna go with Bill Maher on this one. You know,
you're a stupid asshole. It's
right.
what you are. And God, I hope this gets to him. I really do.
Yeah,
I mean,
I doubt it. But, you know.
I doubt it. I mean,
but would it be cool if he showed us on his show?
I could tag him on this if I wanted to, but I just, don't be that asshole.
Yeah, don't be that asshole.
You know, I mean, hell, you look like you're fucking 69.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, somebody can sit there and talk about your ass beyond all belief, and nobody's doing it. So, don't be that asshole.
All righty.
Have a great day. Please like, share, and
subscribe.
Subscribe to our YouTube.
No, I'm going to throw it away. I'm throwing away the nasty Twinkie. We brought it in for the whole skit of it, and I mean, they're delicious when you first open them. I'm not putting down Hostess. I'm just saying, set it out for a while, and
right.
It does not get spongy. It gets cementy.
But have a great day, everybody. Enjoy your day.
Have a good one.
Bye.
Bye.